The order, sequence, and best practice to increase efficiency and decrease spend. So if you are kind of half listening, now is the time to really, really listen in, because this is it. Most people figure out that with a list of prospects, they're going to hit that list of prospects. What we've learned is nearly 66% of prospects, so only 33% of prospects, you're going to be able to get with your first level of skip. If you are able to dial into this meat in here, anybody who sent out postcards used to get this huge basket of return postcards, and there's tons of them. Out of 10, we have learned that if you put a second sift, you can get a 66% increase in the amount of people who you can turn into prospects. So this is how we have attacked this list. First, we get our list of targets. We do a skip trace or an IDI search. If we get a hit, a mobile or a landline, we do a cold call or a text or a combination of both. Back to that slide, that's 33% of the market. The 66% of the market is either no hit or we have no mobile. So we do a second sift. We go after their landlines, and if we can't get their landline, we go after direct mail. So this is how we've taken 60,000 direct mail targets down to 10. And what we've been able to do is find absolutely the best people that need to sell, that people cannot get, our competitors can't get in touch with through this source. So this is a really, really, really big deal. The note I have on the screen is, if you remember only one thing, use tech first. If that doesn't work, then do more calls to landlines and go to mail, because it is incredibly effective. So we talked about tech first and then getting into the mail. This is what we built. It's a system of tiering. We get in touch with prospects who are actually willing to sell. We get them through their phone numbers, and then if we get them on the phone or get them in our system, we remove them from a mail target. We identify where they are in the sales cycle, and we create a follow-up plan based on wherever they are. So instead of having a one-size-fits-all model, we then determine where they are in the process and make our marketing fit them. Tiering, this is really cool. Gives you an opportunity to place more time and activity on the upper tiers, people who are really willing to sell. You tier this way. You keep your non-qualified and your hot leads out of your CRM, and you let your other people, your support people, work on them, and then we use what's called champ qualifying. Hayden, this is a big deal. One of our members brought this to us a couple of months ago, and I'm going to explain what champ qualifying is. You have challenges. You are the authority, which means you're the decision maker. You're not talking to like some crazy aunt or uncle or cousin. You're talking to the person who's on the deed. There is money in the deal, and you can prioritize with timing and urgency. And it was our Uncle Fish. He's a member of the Collective Genius, who's out of Nashville, who taught us champ qualifying. So tier one, no response. You do not have the decision maker identified. Tier two, the decision maker is identified. They're not yet interested. They have their hand raised. They might be interested. You don't put your acquisitions people on this. You keep this with your follow-up staff. Tier three, lead is motivated, champ qualified, and the appointment is set.